Hey, this is Dr. Rob, and I wanted to welcome you here today to my next whiteboard session. Today we're going to be talking about how food additives can actually stop your fat burning and weight loss altogether. You know that there was a study that was done that showed monosodium glutamate can increase your insulin production by 300%. So you could be buying a low fat, low sugar, no calorie type of salad dressing or something like that, but it's loaded with MSG, and you use that MSG on your food, and that MSG pushes up your insulin. And the reason why that's a problem is insulin is your most powerful fat storing hormone. When there's too much insulin in your bloodstream, forget about burning fat. Insulin takes command and it shuts off all the other fat burners in your body. So it's very important to understand these food additives. In addition to that, there's a whole nother thing that can happen in that the food additives themselves, I'm going to step to the side here so we can get some visuals. But these food additives, they can get stored in the fatty tissue of the body. Why is that a problem? And why does it happen? Well, the liver wants to break down, detoxify, get rid of toxins, but when there's too many coming in, like if a person has leaky gut, which is basically the toxins from your gut constantly leaking in to your bloodstream, that overloads your liver. And if you don't have the best diet in the world anyway, or either, that's just compounds the problem that much more. So when the liver gets overloaded, it cannot break down these toxins, and the body wants to then store them someplace safe. And what's a real safe place to store them? Boom, you guessed it, your fat. So your body will then take your toxins, store them in the fatty tissue, and the reason why that's a problem is because when it comes time for you to lose weight, your body only has one or two choices. It can, one, break down your fat, but if it does that, it lets the toxins that are in your fat right back into your bloodstream, and those toxins could be damaging. They could harm organs, glands, and tissues. So the other option is your body is a self-preserving organism. It wants to keep itself alive, It's out for self-survival. So its other option is to slow its natural metabolism to prevent the breakdown of fat. When it prevents the breakdown of fat, it keeps itself safe because it's not leaking the toxins back into the bloodstream. But the problem is those toxins now are stored in the fat. Your body's not breaking down the fat, so it becomes much more difficult to lose weight. So we want to really go with a more clean diet. We want our foods to be clean. We don't want any preservatives or chemicals or additives in our food. So it's important for you to read labels, and you really want to go with more organic food. There's 15 foods I call the clean 15 that you can eat them non-organic. It's really not that big of a deal. I will put a list up, okay? So here is our clean 15. Voila. And there's also another list called the Dirty Dozen. And the Dirty Dozen are those foods that you should really eat more organic, because those foods are loaded with pesticides that can cause you to store fat, pesticides that can interfere with the communication of hormones in your body, and just slow down fat loss or weight loss and health altogether. So in any event, if you like this video, please like it. If you love it, give me a heart, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you're on YouTube or Facebook. And I look forward to seeing you at the next whiteboard session.